What's going on, family? What's going on? Today's lesson is going to be really deep. And I chose the perfect time to do this because the sun is in Pisces and the moon is in Cancer. So tap into your we care and I feel energy. Right? And this lesson is going to be about our mothers and fathers' relationship, right? Because their relationship created you. And what they did was your mother split her mind and your father split his mind to create you. So your father being the right side, which is the sun, and your mother being the left side, which is the moon, right? And some things I will mention might make some people uncomfortable, but it's the truth, right? And a lot of us need to hear the truth in order to grow. So our mothers and fathers relationship tell a whole lot about who we are because they created us off of their energy, their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts, all of it, right? And we have a birth chart explaining how our mother and father created us, which is the dark side of us, the shadow side. And in my next lesson later on, I will talk about the light side of us, which is our human design, the way the universe created us versus what our parents created, right? So check this out. Usually on our birth chart, our mother and father's energy is on Mercury and Mars. But to make things easier, look for your mother's and father's energy all over your birth chart. So that's going to require you to ask your mother or father what their birth sign is, or if you know it, then you know their energy, right? And in one of my videos, I mentioned how we all use one side of our brain to use our abilities. I found the answer to that, to why most of us do that, right? So as I was saying in the beginning, looking at your mother's and father's last name, because that's where the curse came from, right? And what I've been mentioning in a lot of my videos, what the curse is homosexuality. But the way I describe it is feminine and masculine energy. Those energies cannot create anything. Yes, you can balance them, but that means you're getting caught in the illusion of that relationship, right? The illusion of that relationship is trying to balance out something that cannot create anything. It doesn't work, right? But our job is to heal those energies in our birth chart that have our mother's and father's energy on it, because that's where the karma is. The karma lies within the energies within your birth chart, right? And what I've been studying and learning is this. Let's say your father is a Pisces and your mother is a Taurus, right? Those are two feminine energies, water and earth. They created you. So the father being Pisces, which is your right side of the brain, and your mother being Taurus, which is the right side of the brain, right? That means that individual is feminine energy. Now, if that's in a masculine meat suit, that male has a feminine mind, but he is living a masculine experience. The same thing goes for a woman. If her father and mother were Leo and Gemini, she has a masculine mind living a feminine experience. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us heard, oh, I'm in the wrong body, or I shouldn't be in this man's body, or I shouldn't be in this woman's body. This is what it is. They are energetically stuck. And what happens is a lot of us become the energy that we are because we aren't aware of that energy in here. And what happens in here is happening outside of us. Like you're projecting that feminine energy in a male meat suit, which turned out to be homosexual, which is the curse. And our job as a people, we need to heal these energies before we lay with anyone. I mentioned this in my last video. Be mindful of who you lay with, because karma, trauma, curses is real. It is real, right? And the last thing we want to do is create more curses in children by not minding our emotions, by not focusing on our energy, by not healing and not doing anything with ourselves. We're just laying with people, creating more curses. This is what the enemy wants, right? Now, balanced relationships, air and water, fire and earth, fire and water, and air and earth. Those are all balanced relationships to where that child can come out with a feminine and masculine mind. But it's up to the parents to teach them how this energy works, right? So they can find their other half on their spiritual journey, right? So this goes really, really deep. When you start tracing the last name of your mother and father and follow it to where it came from, you'll know where the curse came from, how it happened, and how it came all the way here, right? And the cool thing about learning your mother's and father's relationship is how their relationship went teaches you how your energy flows within you. It teaches you how your energy flows within your body. So if your father was a Pisces and your mother was a Taurus, these are your two go-to mental energies, because it's your mother and father. They created you. They split their minds and created you, right? So if you look at it at an energy perspective, it's we care and I have. This is your mindset. We care and I have, right? And then you look at your birth chart and you go down the list. Like I have, I am, we care, I feel, we control, all the energies within your body. And if you remember my last video when I said you can create your own special moves, this is what I was talking about. Because once you understand your mother's and father's relationship and what you have going on in here, you now have the blueprint to how you operate. So if you have two feminine signs here, when the moon is out, that's when you're the strongest, right? Because the moon governs the subconscious, the feminine energy. And if you have two masculine signs here, you're strongest when the sun is out. There's two masculine energies, right? So what you need to do is, when you are healing and doing the shadow work with your birth chart, it is important to be mindful of how the energy flows throughout the day. That's why you have the zodiac compass, east being air, south being fire, west being water, and north being earth. So when you follow the circadian rhythm of energy, you'll be able to figure out how you flow and how you move, right? This is the really cool part about this. Because once you understand what energy you are inside this meat suit, balance becomes a lot easier than trying to figure out how to do this move or how to do that move or this, because now you understand here that I am this energy operating in this suit. So in order for me to balance this, I have to mind my emotions and I have to learn the action of the sun. This is how it works. It is the coolest thing, right? But the most important thing is teaching our children about the curse. Now, when you are speaking to children, psychologically, when you say to a child, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, inside the child's mind, they're going to be questioning, why can't I do this or why can't I do that, to where they're going to do it anyway. So we have to teach this in a way that the child understands, so he will understand and overstand, so when he is wiser and grows, he won't depart from the information that was told to her or him. You see what I'm saying? This is why it's very important for a mother and father to be in that child's life, especially if they have masculine, and feminine, And it can also be reversed. So if you have a male with 2 masculine signs, he can be too masculine. Or if you have a female with 2 feminine signs, she can be too feminine. They require the balance. The female requires balance of the masculine, and the male requires balance of the feminine. Right? It's a lot of work, but when you get it done, the curse is gone. And we have balanced children mentally walking around this planet. And this is how we save generation after generation after generation, by teaching our children the energy that is within them, so they do not pass on the curse. Because they told us back in the slave days that, oh, you're going to be cursed for generation after generation. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, that stops. That all stops. We are not going to be cursed generation after generation. No. This comes to an absolute stop. A halt. This is the age of Aquarius, and we coming through booming. Understand it when we say it, baby. We coming through here booming. We are not playing with this, with these robots and reptiles, whatever the hell they are. We ain't playing. No more generational curses. No more none of this. We all getting busy, and we taking this system down. We ain't playing. We ain't playing.